Darren Aronofsky has a new film in theaters. It's called Caught Stealing, and if you weren't in the film space, you might think it was directed by Guy Ritchie. Yes, it's a crime thriller, stars Austin Butler as a down-on-his-luck bartender who wants his next-door neighbor, played by Matt Smith, asks him for a favor. He gets caught up in a battle between Russians, Jewish people, a whole bunch of dangerous people. Out of context, I probably shouldn't say Jewish people are dangerous, but they're dangerous Jews in the movie. But it's basically a Guy Ritchie crime thriller that's directed by Darren Aronofsky. Now, I wasn't necessarily looking forward to the movie, but I was interested. I saw the trailer and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I don't know what I'll think about it. I don't know what the finished product is going to be like, but I'm interested. But I didn't necessarily think it would be a great movie or anything. Before I give you my review, please make sure to subscribe, like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what are your opinions on Caught Stealing if you have seen it, and if you haven't seen it, what's your expectations for the new film by Darren Aronofsky? And with that said, I had a pretty great time with Caught Stealing. I thought it was a really good movie. It's not top 20 of the year. I think right now on my list it's like 27, 26, somewhere around there. But it is a very good movie. Again, very reminiscent of Guy Ritchie and the type of movies that Guy Ritchie does. It has all these moving parts, has all these witty characters, has an outstanding cast. We'll talk about that in a minute. But it's a crime thriller with all these moving elements that is very reminiscent of a Snatch or a Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Both movies I haven't seen. I'm just basically copying what I've heard from some other people. But it's Guy Ritchie's style. Let's talk about the cast, because it's by far the best thing in here. Austin Butler. Love Austin Butler. Think he's a great actor. This isn't his best role, but he is pretty good in here. He's actually really good in here, but I say it's not his best role because this is a man who played Elvis in Fade Rotha. So he has a great repertoire. But he's really good in here. Zoe Kravitz. Probably the character that is the most outstanding for me. I thought her character was great. Along the same lines, Vincent D'Onofrio is absolutely amazing in this movie for the small role he gets. Matt Smith, really good. Regina King in this movie, really good. So this is a cast that from the very beginning to the very end is all outstanding. The movie has sauce. I went to the bathroom about an hour into the movie just for like 2 minutes. And what I was thinking was like, this movie's cool. This movie's got sauce. This is a movie that it's very, very quick moving, very made well in the directorial style or of the cast. It has style. It has sauce, and you don't see many movies like this. And that's because of the direction by Darren Aronofsky. Like I said plenty of times, it is reminiscent of a Guy Ritchie action thriller, but it has its own spin to it. Several sequences, was sitting there like, this is shot very well. This looks very good. One sequence in particular that I'm like, that's a really well shot sequence. It's able to have tension in the scenes. Like I said, all these moving parts. As we get to the third act, they get a little bit convoluted. They don't all completely come together for me. But throughout the movie, the more it's moving, we hit a certain part halfway through the movie where it goes from probably like a 7 to a 10 on the intensity radar real quick. Like, I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then we hit a certain point and it's like, okay, people are dying, stuff's going down. People die in this movie that I honestly didn't expect to die. There's a certain member of the cast that I listed that only makes it halfway into the movie that I thought was going to be a character that survives. So, very shocking deaths. All the moving parts, for the most part, work, especially in the action sequences and scenes that made me just have the big smile on my face saying, this has style, this is really cool. I like crime thrillers. I like Guy Ritchie crime thrillers. The ones that I've seen, like I said, I haven't seen his two most popular ones for some reason, but I've seen other ones. But I like this type of movie, and I had fun with this one. Like I said, all the moving parts don't completely come together in the end for me. There are some sequences that are just repetitive and kind of dull, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Why are we still lingering on this aspect? Specifically, there's a part where I thought, okay, we're getting to the final 10, 20 minutes of the movie. Movie's got like another 40 minutes left, I think. And so that's another negative, is that I do think the movie runs a little bit long. But by the time we get to the final couple of sequences, I feel like it wraps up perfectly. Where things were starting to feel a little bit convoluted, then we get to a part where it wraps up in a satisfying way, but also in a way I was like, okay, yeah, that all came together in the end. That still really, really worked for me. So, a crime thriller with a fantastic cast and a really good direction that has sauce, adds to the intensity, and while not all the moving parts completely come together for me, and the movie's a little bit long, I still really enjoyed Caught Stealing. And that's why Caught Stealing is getting a B+ from me. Stay tuned for the August movies ranked, as well as a Peacemaker Season 2 Episode 2 review, and with that said, subscribe.